today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. Arizona Cardinals.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season. Winners of 8 of their last 10. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. So here are the Vikings to go on offense for the first time, and it's a rookie at the helm, the 10th overall pick back in April out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
This going to be returned from the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cardinals offense heading out, and they do so behind Kyler Murray, their dynamic quarterback in his 6th season now from Oklahoma.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Murray a give. This is Conner. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Murray now to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Michael Wilson.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
On play action. Now McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Mason.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You look at this Arizona defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
On the give, it's Mason.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Here's McCarthy.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now it's Mason.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, 10th overall.
And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complementary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Cards are an extra point away from evening this one up. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. You look at this Arizona defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
To the air with McCarthy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Rolling to his right.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Now a 2nd and 6.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
They'll hand it to Mason.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. On the ground again, it's Mason.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Here's a jet sweep. This is Addison.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now McCarthy.
And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now Murray. Being chased out left.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On 2nd down, a run with Benson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. And now the rookie's free.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey Benson with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals have broken the tie.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside, so he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Looking to throw McCarthy. To Jefferson on the slant.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run here with Mason. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Ty Chandler.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's polished off by a Vikings score.
This taken in right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
he would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the counter, it's Connor.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
3rd and 4.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up 1st downs. That's what we just saw right there.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Murray. That is caught.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
On 1st down, it's Benson.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Benson.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Murray. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now McCarthy throwing on first down.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
On second down, it's McCarthy.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
A final shot before break. McCarthy, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to
halftime over. No problem with us. We'll skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On play action, it's Murray sliding out of the pocket.
Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Right back to Connor here on first. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. They run behind center with Connor, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They run over center with Benson. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A give up the middle with Benson.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. McCarthy.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he's across midfield to the 48. From the shotgun, McCarthy over the middle and complete to Addison. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now a 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, here's Mason.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down.
3rd and a yard, McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
In motion right is Addison. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 128 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw, it's Murray.
There's a short one caught by Ryman.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. To throw is Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30.
And now out comes Minnesota.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, here's Mason. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they'll throw with McCarthy. He has his target. It's Addison. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. High throw, but the catch is made. And they're going to get this up to midfield. First and 10. Here's McCarthy. On the move past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That throw right on the money from the quarterback from Michigan. It's a 1st down. McCarthy to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. B.J. Ojulari in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Down the right sideline.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is Defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only... the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick. Six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line.
And out now come the Vikings.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Throwing after the interception. McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Inside the 20.
And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Throwing after the interception. McCarthy.
Pass complete to Addison.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
McCarthy to throw on second down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got Mason, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He completes this into the hands of Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
McCarthy going to throw again.
And he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. There he goes, right side. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing on second down, McCarthy.
He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
To the sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw again. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll run on 1st down with Dallas. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Once again, it's Dallas.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A 40-yard punt, no return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. And now out comes Minnesota. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. McCarthy now on 1st down. Complete to Addison on the out route. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. 2nd down and 3. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Here's McCarthy. Addison hauls it in.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
To the air with McCarthy.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On third down, McCarthy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Arizona, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
you